Imagine waking up at 4 a.m. because a 4-kilogram predator is sitting directly on your windpipe, staring at you with the intensity of 1,000 suns. You're gasping for air, your left leg has gone numb because it's being used as a structural pillar for a furry loaf, and you're wondering if this is actually a display of affection or a very slow, very soft assassination attempt. We've all been there. We buy the expensive organic salmon pate. We provide the triple-tiered cat trees that they promptly ignore in favor of a discarded Amazon box. And yet, we still find ourselves wondering if our cats actually love us, or if we're just particularly efficient can openers with decent heating capabilities. The myth is that cats are cold, calculating loners who only tolerate us for the kibble. But as someone who has spent years studying the intersection of animal behavior and the chaotic reality of living with them, I can tell you that's a complete lie. Cats don't love like dogs. They don't have that desperate, please notice me energy. Their love is a sophisticated, ancient language of biology and trust. If you want to move past being a mere roommate and become their favorite person, there are 5 specific things you need to do every single day. These aren't just tricks. They are neurological triggers that speak directly to their evolutionary soul. The first thing you need to master is the art of the slow blink, but we're going deeper than just a casual wink. In the wild, for a feline predator, closing one's eyes is the ultimate vulnerability. Evolution has hardwired cats to be hypervigilant. Their survival for millions of years depended on never dropping their guard. When a cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, it is performing a physiological miracle. It is manually overriding its amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for the fight or flight response. By reciprocating this, you aren't just being cute, you are engaging in a high-level cognitive contract. Scientific studies in feline cognition have shown that cats are significantly more likely to approach a human who slow blinks at them compared to one who maintains a neutral expression. When you sit on the couch and lock eyes, not in a challenging stare, which they perceive as a threat, but in that soft, heavy-lidded gaze, you are lowering their cortisol levels. You are telling their nervous system that the environment is 100% safe. Do this every morning before the chaos of the day starts. It's like a secret handshake that says, I am not a predator, and I know you aren't either. It builds a foundation of emotional safety that allows their social brain to thrive. Secondly, we have to talk about the tactical use of scent and the phenomenon of allo rubbing. You probably think it's adorable when your cat weaves between your legs while you're trying to make coffee, nearly tripping you into a lawsuit. To you, it's a greeting. To them, it's a complex chemical branding session. Cats have an array of scent glands located on their cheeks, forehead, and the base of their tail. When they rub against you, they are depositing lipid-based pheromones to create a group scent. In a feral colony, this communal smell is the only way cats distinguish friend from foe. To keep this bond alive, you need to actively participate in this scent exchange every single day. Don't just pet them, let them initiate the facial rub. When you hold out your finger and let them sniff it before rubbing their cheek against it, you are validating their territorial instincts. You are essentially saying, I accept your brand, and I offer mine in return. This is deeply rooted in their biology. Their sense of smell is roughly 14 times stronger than ours, and their world is mapped out in olfactory layers. By allowing this daily ritual of scent sharing, you are reinforcing the boundaries of your shared pride. It's why they often sniff your shoes or your bag when you come home. They're checking where you've been and promptly overriding the outside world with the smell of home. If you want them to know you love them, never push them away during these rubbing sessions. Embrace the fact that you are now officially their property. Third on the list is something most people get wrong: the timing and rhythm of play. We often think of play as a way to burn off energy so they don't sprint across our faces at midnight. But for a cat, play is a neurological necessity. Their internal clock, or circadian rhythm, is crepuscular, meaning they are naturally most active at dawn and dusk. To truly show love, you need to align your interaction with their biological peak. This isn't just about waving a feather wand while you scroll through your phone. You need to simulate the hunt, catch, kill, eat sequence. This is a cognitive requirement for a healthy feline brain. When a cat engages in a high-intensity play session, their brain releases dopamine and endorphins. If you provide this outlet every evening, you're helping them complete a biological circuit that keeps them from becoming frustrated or anxious. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. A cat that doesn't hunt is a cat that feels its purpose is slipping away. By being the one who facilitates this hunt, you become the partner in their most vital life skill. Follow up a vigorous play session with a small snack or their dinner. This triggers the eat, groom, sleep cycle. When they see you as the provider of both the thrill of the hunt and the reward of the meal, their bond with you shifts from accidental to essential. You aren't just a food source, you are a teammate. The fourth daily habit is perhaps the most intimate, respecting the micro boundaries of their physical space, especially regarding their elevated body temperature. A cat's normal body temperature is between 38 and 39 degrees Celsius, which is significantly higher than ours. This is why they seek out sunbeams, laptop chargers, and your chest. They are constantly looking for ways to conserve metabolic energy. When a cat chooses to sleep on you or near you, they are using you as a thermal resource. Yes, but they are also trusting you with their life during their most vulnerable state. To show them love, you must practice the art of consent-based petting. Daily, you should observe their tail and ear language. If the tail starts to twitch or the ears rotate slightly outward, they are experiencing overstimulation. The love lies in knowing when to stop. By stopping the affection before they have to tell you to stop with a nip or a scratch, you are building a massive amount of trust. You are proving that you speak their language and respect their autonomy. This creates a secure attachment style. Over time, this leads to the ultimate compliment, the belly show. Most people see a fuzzy belly and think it's an invitation for a rub, but usually it's a test of trust. They are showing you their most unprotected area. If you acknowledge it with a gentle word or a blink rather than a grab, you've passed the test. You've shown them that their vulnerability is safe with you. The fifth and final daily requirement is the consistency of the routine. Cats are the ultimate perfectionists of the animal kingdom. They are obsessive about their schedules because, in the wild, predictability equals survival. Their internal clock is so precise it would put a Swiss watch to shame. They know exactly when the sun hits that specific spot on the rug, and they know exactly when you should be heading to the kitchen. By keeping a strict daily routine for feeding, grooming, and even just sitting together, you are reducing their baseline stress levels. High cortisol in cats can lead to a host of health issues, including cystitis and skin problems. When you provide a world that is predictable, you are providing a world that is kind. This includes the way you talk to them. While they don't understand you're venting about your boss, they are experts at detecting vocal frequency and pitch. Using a consistent, soft, high-pitched tone when you greet them triggers a positive associative response in their temporal lobe. They learn that your presence is a harbinger of stability. In a world that is loud and unpredictable, be their constant. Show up for them at the same time every day, and they will repay you with a level of devotion that most people think cats aren't capable of. Now, I want you to pause for a second and think about your cat's behavior over the last 48 hours. Think about how they've moved through your home and how they've reacted to your presence. Because what I'm about to tell you next is the most important part of being a cat parent, and it's something that often gets overlooked until it's too late. While we focus on building love through these 5 steps, we also have to be the guardians of their silence. Cats are masters of disguise. Evolution has taught them to hide any sign of weakness, pain, or distress because a sick predator is a target. This means that when they love you and trust you, they are including you in their inner circle of safety. But that bond comes with a massive responsibility for you to watch for the warning signs. The biggest warning signal isn't a hiss or a scratch. It's a sudden shift in the rituals we just discussed. If a cat that usually greets you at the door suddenly stops, or if a cat that loves their daily play session becomes indifferent to the feather wand, your alarm bells should be ringing. This is often the only way they can communicate that their internal system is under pressure. A sudden change in their internal clock, like sleeping in a new, hidden location, or a change in their grooming habits, is often a sign of significant stress or underlying physical discomfort. Stress in cats is a silent killer. It manifests in their behavior long before it shows up in a blood test. When the daily dance of blinks, rubs, and play stops, It's not because they've stopped loving you, it's because they are redirected all their energy inward to cope with a problem. Being an expert cat owner means being a detective of the mundane. It means noticing the absence of a behavior just as much as the presence of one. When you invest in these 5 daily habits, you aren't just making your cat happy. You are building a bridge between 2 different species. You are looking back through thousands of years of evolution and saying, I see you. I see the desert hunter inside this fluffy creature that just knocked my glass of water off the nightstand. You are acknowledging that their weird quirks, the kneading of your blankets, the chirping at birds, the way they insist on watching you in the bathroom, are all expressions of a very real, very deep emotional connection. It's a partnership based on mutual respect and biological understanding. It's not about being the boss, it's about being the person they choose to be vulnerable with. So tonight, when you're trying to find a square inch of space on your own mattress while they sprawl out horizontally, don't get frustrated. Look at them, give them that slow, deliberate blink, and appreciate the fact that out of all the places in the world, they decided that the safest, warmest, best place to be was right next to you. They know you love them not because of the fancy toys or the premium treats, but because you took the time to learn their language. You've created a sanctuary where they can stop being a predator and just be a pet. And honestly, there's no better feeling than knowing you've earned the trust of a creature that is biologically designed to trust no one. You've done the work, you've followed the rhythm, and you've built a home. Best wishes to you and your furry friend.